For a different three letters, MVP. How they're dueling 40-point nights on Monday, it could factor into the MVP race with less than 2 weeks to go. Plus, the Lakers versus the Cavaliers, that's tonight, and it brings LeBron's future into renewed focus. I don't know, could he spend his next season with the wine and gold? And both Final Fours are set for the women's and men's tournaments. We're going to tell you the key players to look at that can improve their W and NBA stock. NBA Today starts right now. We begin our show with the clash of the number 1 seeds, the Detroit Pistons and Oklahoma City Thunder. SGA is so popular. Guys, he's even autographing babies. Did you see that? He was doing this pregame. Early in the second quarter is where we pick this one up. SGA goes coast to coast. Nice little muscles, but he gets to the bucket. Jalen Williams loving it from the bench there. Under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. SGA works between 2 defenders, spinning.
Slithery.
Layup to go. Tough finish there by Shea. Now, midway through the fourth quarter here, Marcus Sasser, he kicks it out to Javonte Green, who nails the three, and Austin Rivers, he was on the call. He was reminded of another Green brethren.
Uh-oh.
Is that Danny Green? What Green is that?
Okay, cuzzo. Got that last name.
2 minutes later, SGA gets that one to go, the little midi. And then next OKC possession, SGA gets some separation for the jumper. It's taken over in clutch time. This is what he does. Under 2 minutes left, SGA kicks it to the other Jalen Williams, knocks down the corner three. Huge shot there by J. Will. But this is where things get interesting. Final seconds of the fourth. SGA gets some separation from Green, nails the three. OKC crowd goes crazy, but wait. They call it an offensive foul. And Shea, he can't believe it. Look at his face. The replay shows that he extends his arm out on Green to get the separation for three. The refs call it, and the game winner is nullified there. But why, Iman, is this a push-off and not that foul that we always see him get?
Okay, so the difference is when we see SGA drive, it's either with the right hand or it's with the left hand. On the left side, you can hide it a little bit. When you dribble with that right hand, it's hard to hide that off arm. We're going to get to it right here.
Take a look at it one more time, though.
When he's going to that right, instead of the chicken wing, we get Heisman Trophy.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Going with that right hand, you have to get the ball back to that right side, so you naturally will extend that left arm for the rhythm dribble. You see it come here? It's here. You can get that off because you know you're getting back to your shooting hand over here. It's right here lined up in the pocket. I'm not going to shoot it. We're going to get to this side. Let's roll the other side.
He does get away with it.
He gets away with it. Here it is here. But when you see it here, you see it? Baby chicken wing right there. There it is, like little chicken wing right there. Little mild sauce on it. You might put a little hot sauce on it if you want. Now, if you see it right here, going to the left, you still get this same problem right here. But now it's a chicken wing to dislodge, and you're going to bring it back because you want the ball back into this right hand so it could be in that shot pocket. I'm not going to shoot it right now. I got the suit jacket on. I ain't trying to miss.
And what makes him so effective and efficient is change of pace.
Yeah.
He's able to stop on a dime and get the defense off balance. So with the combination of the chicken wing and him going so fast and hard to the basket makes the defense believe he's going to the paint, and they have to recover. And that, with the push-off, it allows him to get so much more space to get these shots off time and time again.
Yeah, when you get a little too much sauce on the wings there, that's when you got a problem.
Let's get back to the highlights. Take us to it.
But the Pistons, right, they still have a chance to win, guys, in regulation. One more shot here. Dennis Jenkins has been the hero before, but not in Oklahoma City. So all tied at 101, the end of regulation. To overtime we go. Early in OT, SGA.
There it is.
He took that personal.
Chicken wing.
He took over all flats. SGA kicks it out to Alex Caruso, and right here, this was the dagger.
Okay, AC.
Hits the corner three. The Thunder go on to win 114-110. Here's SGA on that MVP award.
I think it's good for the league. I think it's good chatter. It gives people something to talk about. There's a lot of good players in this league, and a lot of guys in the conversation because of that.
There's been chattering on behalf of other players. Would you like to chatter on behalf of yourself?
Nah, I'm good. Thanks for asking, though. But yeah, I'm good. I let my game do the talking.
That boy just too smooth.
He said, I let my game do the talking.
Shades
Listen, I'll
inside the building.
I'll let you guys talk about that stuff. I'll let my game do the talking.
Well, he lets his game do the talking. Maybe that was a message to somebody else. I don't know, because the race for the 1 seed in the Western Conference, it's
close.
getting pretty tight here, gentlemen. The Spurs and the Bulls, they were in action last night. And by the way, look at the separation there. Barely any in the standings. It was a block party for Victor Wembanyama in this one.
Look where he came from.
Making his case for Defensive Player of the Year. Out of nowhere with the left. And then later in the half, Wemby gets it.
Shot fake, step back. I need room.
I don't know why they jumped that. Like, why do you're not going to block it?
Dominant first half for Wemby as he continues to dominate too in the second half. And guys, the Wemby-Castle connection, they've been in sync all year. Here's what Wemby had to say about Area 51.
We've had the chance to spend lots of minutes on the court together, and he understands me very well. And me as the roller, I'm trying to make sure every time he throws it up high enough, because still sometimes he doesn't throw it high enough.
Well, jumping ahead to the fourth quarter here, Wemby, he says, I'm going to get high. Sizing up his defender here.
Hey!
One-handed slam. He finished with 41 points, 16 rebounds, and the Spurs take this one. This is just ridiculous, and he makes it look ordinary, right? Because besides scoring 26 of his 41 points in the paint, Monday was also his 8th career game with at least 3 threes, 3 blocks, and 15 rebounds. That's already the most by any player since blocks were officially tracked by the NBA. All right,
50 years ago.
6 games, 50 years, and he's already saying, yeah, I'm the first, I'm the first, I'm the first, and we have 6 games to go. Yeah. And so by seeing SGA and seeing Victor Wembanyama, what they did back-to-back, you cannot tell me that they aren't tracking what the other person is doing, knowing whether the MVP race has never been tighter. Has anything changed here for you, Ahmad?
All right, I'll say this. SGA is doing everything that he's supposed to be doing to make his case.
That's right.
And I think that with last year's history and with him already having the 4 trophies, I got him ahead as far as before I went to sleep last night. But everything that I'm seeing Wembanyama do is like, first of all, it's must-see TV. Mm-hmm. Second off, I can't determine who means more to their ball club right now. And the only way I think I can give it to Wemby now is you have to be more of a winner. So you gotta kind of beat their record.
Is that your definition when you're putting out your criteria for MVP? It is the most important player to their team.
It's a couple of things.
Yeah, it's the team and the league.
All right, the team and the league. And so you're saying it's kind of to me, the standings right now, if you're looking for a reason to vote for Victor Wembanyama and you're saying, well, we want to vote for him, but he's not quite having the best they're separated by half a game. Yeah. Is it really making that much of a difference who has the 1 seed?
It is. And I wouldn't say not much has changed. Some has changed since Wemby has spoken and also has proven with his performance in play. But the difference for me is that it hasn't changed because OKC is still the overall #1 seed. And until that changes, that's when Wemby can ultimately overall get my vote, even though I don't have one. But SGA has done it and done it time again without his second-best player for most of the year. His Scottie Pippen has been gone a lot of the year. Chet has been in and out. Alex Caruso has been in and out. Hartenstein's been in and out. He's carried this team to 60 wins and breaking Wilt Chamberlain's record of 20-plus points.
Look how much the odds have shifted.
Yeah.
It's way closer today than it was back on March 22nd.
I mean, that's what campaigning for yourself kind of does a little bit. You know, he spoke and people realize, oh, and Draymond said, why is this a profound statement? People forget how important defense is. And 3 blocks to go with 16 rebounds and 41 points, he's not only dominating on offense, he's dominating on defense, too.
Yeah, I guess I come back to, I understand if you're trying to have the conversation about Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic and SGA and Wemby, where winning is going to separate in that way. But again, it's half a game. And so are we really saying that the Victor Wembanyama, I am a tremendous fan of. Yeah. I love watching him play. This race was blown wide open when SGA missed that time with injury. Mm-hmm. He's come back, and he really hasn't missed a step.
Not at all, and that's why I'm saying we can't get bored with the success that he's had.
Yeah.
Can't get bored. Just because he continues to do it and we've seen it over and over, that don't mean it ain't happening. It's happening.
And the clutch gene that he has, I haven't seen in a long time. It reminds me very much of Kobe Bryant, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, 15 straight points in fourth quarter overtime. Like, he's not only done it against the Detroit Pistons, he's done it against the Boston Celtics, he's done it against Golden State, he's done it against Indiana Pacers. Whoever you put in front of him in the fourth quarter, whoever's on the floor, you know he's going to take over and get to his spots and make those shots time and time again.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a clutch player like that in a while.
Here's what I'm hoping. I am hoping that at 1 and 2 seed, we are going to get these two on a collision course in the Western Conference Finals.
Yes.
That is what basketball needs.
That's what we deserve.
That is what I think that we deserve.
deserve
We're
it.
hoping to see. To the voters, I wish you the best of luck.
Good luck.
This is very, very tight of a race. But before we go to break, we do have some breaking news this morning. Amari Stoudemire, Candace Parker, Elena
Doc.
Doc Rivers. They are
Doc.
among the members that are going to be inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame as a part of the class of 2026, according to our Sham Sharanya. So congratulations. We look forward to seeing the entire group together in Springfield a little bit later this summer. But coming up here on NBA Today, LeBron and the Lakers, they can clinch a playoff spot tonight. And it's sort of a poetic that it's against the team that he spent 11 years with. But is this the last time that he plays against the Cavaliers? We're NBA in March. We're going to start with top dime time. The Blazers and the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon throws the no-look pass here.
Hold on, I see you. I see you.
Usually it's Joker doing that.
Yeah,
I can see you.
The Jokic book.
AG, so important to this team's postseason hopes.
Ooh, it was one-handed, too. It was one-handed.
Then LeBron and Indy. Jake LaRavia cuts back door.
Dimes.
LeBron finds him. Didn't even have to look.
Tightrope.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that's a pretty strong pass.
James Harden throws a three-quarter lob here.
This was impressive.
On
catch,
time, on
too.
target.
Catch was. That's what I said. The catch was ridiculous.
Catch and
This is what Wemby
No, it was
was talking
pretty
about.
good, though.
You gotta
Bottom
throw it high
corner,
enough.
backboard.
This is top rim with the left.
Catch him slipping.
Gotta take the elevator.
Quick dunk. Get to the rim
Gotta
fast.
take the elevator.
And then
Okay, Reese.
Wemby. Whenever
Muggle.
Wemby pump fakes, his levers are so long.
Oh, my God. Get out the... Look out
Also
below.
with a little bit of revenge because G.G. Jackson has just dunked
dunked
on him.
Yep.
Ant-Man, the two-handed slam.
And then, of
That was
course,
a
RJ.
Kawhi-esque. Have you ever noticed that Danny has a little bit of a Kawhi
Yeah, a
laugh?
little bit.
We love it. All right, the top ankle snatchers. Donovan Mitchell is patented little snatch back.
Oh, my goodness. Scorpion.
Oh, my Lord.
Get
over here.
Yeah, that's not right.
He makes it look so easy, too. Darius Garland
Oh, God.
breaking the
Break.
ankle.
Oh, break. Don't do that.
That was
Darius,
fun.
why'd you? I'm telling.
That might
I'm
have been
telling.
an accident.
And Andrew Nemhard, and first off, Andrew Nemhard is an elite defender.
Elite
Yeah,
defender.
Looked over the screen.
Jalen Green sits down his defender
come
there.
dance with me.
And then he points at him.
Dance with me.
Don't point at him.
It's a dance going on. You
Man, the
didn't-
Bucks are having hard enough times here. We didn't need that. All right, let's shift to Miami. This is last night. The Sixers and the Heat squared off in a battle of the potential play-in previews that we're going to see here as you're taking a look there at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. We're going to start out in the first to Edgecombe.
Way upstairs to the attic.
Slam.
Okay.
Jump into the fourth quarter here. Good game, all tied at 101. Maxey gets to his spot, knocks down the three.
Everywhere's his spot.
Look good.
Basically, after this, it was here comes the Miami Heat.
Yep, that meltdown at the end.
Bam going upstairs.
Powerful putback there. And then a couple plays later here was just the Heat was turning up now. Next Heat possession. I need a hero. Feeling it in this
Dirty
one.
ball. Let him know.
The Heat closing it out. Tyler Hero once again driving to the paint here.
I need a floater.
Floats it in. The Heat went on a 14-0 run, guys, to close out this game. And here's what Tyler Hero had to say about the Heat's play-in status. When you think about it, they kind of are the play-in
they're
champs.
experienced.
They've gone from the play-in all the way to the NBA championship game. All right, let's go coast to coast, get you caught up on the action from around the NBA. We're going to start with the Cavaliers. Evan Mobley, Donovan Mitchell, they each had 34 to hold off the Jazz. Cleveland, they've won 7 of their last 10. They're now 1 game behind the Knicks for third. Iman, what's impressed you most about your former squad?
I think that what I'm expecting to see out of them, I don't see right now. Right now, what I'm seeing is them just enjoy each other. Right? I was expecting this hard way to gel. How can you gel? And James Harden's come over there, and it's just looked fun for everybody.
You're wearing the wine in celebration.
A little bit of wine, red wine.
Hey, how about Devin Booker? He scored a game-high 36 over the Grizzlies.
Shoot it.
And with the win, Phoenix has moved just 3.5 games back from the Rockets for 6th in the West. Danny, I'm pretty surprised they're in this position. Are you?
I think everybody is. With that trade of KD, losing Bradley Beal, you would think this team was going to be very much at the bottom, trying to get lottery picks. But Jordan Ott has these guys playing at a high level. unbelievable job by him. Should be Coach of the Year candidate for sure. Top 3.
Off to the ATL, Jalen Johnson led the Hawks to their 13th straight home win. Atlanta 16-2 since February the 22nd, the best record in the East over that span. Iman, what stands out to you about the surging Hawks?
I just love their new direction. I love the Jalen Johnson. I love the way that they're running on the perimeter. I think they've added some pieces that have given them some confidence. But I think it's just starting to feel good in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta, so keep it going, fellas.
There you go.
Vibes are high. All right, the Celtics, they will be in our ESPN NBA Wednesday doubleheader. They're in Miami facing the Heat. That's at 7:30 Eastern. And then Wemby, the red-hot Spurs, taking on the Golden State Warriors. We'll get you started. The NBA Countdown crew is with you at 7 o'clock Eastern. We're following a developing story here on NBA Today. The Chicago Bulls, they waived guard Jaden Ivey for what they're calling conduct that is detrimental to the team on Monday. And it came hours after he posted a lengthy video rant on social media about religion and other topics that included anti-gay sentiments. Now, Ivey had gone live on his Instagram account more frequently in this past week, and he posted at least 3 lengthy videos after he was shut down for the rest of the season by the team because of injury. That happened last Thursday. On Monday morning, he called out the NBA for promoting Pride Month. Here is Billy Donovan.
I think you have to, in today's day and age, be conscientious of all these guys may be going through things. And I'm not passing judgment on what Jaden is or is not going through, but I do know that I always worry about that, not only for Jaden, but for all of our players. Today, are we providing the resources, which I think we do, to help them in any way we can?
Ivey's former teammates, they were also asked about his comments on Monday night, and they reiterated that they hope that Ivey gets the help that he needs. The Chicago Bulls, they face the Pacers on Wednesday. The Wizards, no Luka in the lineup. Remember, he had that technical foul threshold that he hit, but plenty of LeBron James. We're going to pick this one up, Iman and Danny, early in the first quarter. After the Lakers steal, that is a 41-year-old getting out sprinting.
Transition.
Nice pass there, by the way, from Austin Reeves.
2 hands for safety.
A little lob. Great recovery there by LeBron James. All right, later in the first, more of that Reeves-LeBron connection.
Hey!
Against that Wizard zone, that was so spectacular.
How do you let 2-3 get behind your zone?
After a timeout.
Now to the second, LeBron.
Jackson Hayes.
Pulls the outlet to Jackson Hayes. And then moments later in the second, LeBron says, I can still do that. LeBron led the Lakers with a game-high 14 points in the first half here. Jumping ahead, the Lakers ahead comfortably. LeBron gets the defensive rebound and then brings it all the way up the other way.
Step up.
Stray ball.
Hits the 3. He recorded his 1,228th career game. He ties Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most by any player in NBA history. Now, the Lakers, they've won 12 of their last 13 games. And after the game, LeBron, he spoke about the team's chemistry.
We're in a good place right now. The chemistry is high. Everyone loves being around each other. We love playing for one another. We love being off the floor with one another. It's a good, tight-knit group, and they carry that for the rest of the regular season. Then I said, like, the postseason is the own season.
All right, so after LeBron ties Kareem for the most career wins there, he's got to turn right around and do it again tonight. We're joined now by our senior writer, Dave McMenamin. Dave, we heard from LeBron there, but it feels like this team is finally clicking on all cylinders. Inside the locker room, what are they saying?
I mean, winning cures all,
right.
But the way they're winning is playing for one another. You have a lot of guys who are comfortable in their roles. Look at what the centers did last night. Yeah. DeAndre Ayton, perfect from the field. Jackson Hayes, perfect from the field. They're both getting blocked shots. They're both setting screens to get guys like Luke Kennard open for 3. Yeah. The Lakers were a poor defensive team the first half of the season and a poor three-point shooting team the first half of the season. Both those things have improved majorly. A lot of that you give the credit to the stars, but the role players are finding their roles, and the stars are putting all on the line. LeBron James, second night of a back-to-back, he's going to be in the lineup tonight against the Cavs.
Oh, you have to imagine that that's the reason he wants to be in the lineup against his former team, and they're going to have a chance at clinching a playoff spot against the Cavaliers tonight. And let's just say these two, right, they got plenty of history here. Cleveland, LeBron left in 2010. Right, following an early exit at the hands of the Celtics. So we're going to go through that history a little bit here. So his first game back was a heatle. He was one of the most hostile games in NBA history, right? LeBron said the fan reaction was probably the worst that he has ever heard. But then, after winning 2 titles with Miami, he returned to Cleveland in 2014. In his second season back, LeBron, Kyrie, the Cavs, they ended that 64-year championship drought after overcoming a 3-1 finals deficit. with the Mon Shumpert
Wow.
to the Golden State Warriors.
Here, turnaround.
And James has played against the Cavs 25 times in his career, 13 times as a Heatle, 12 as a Laker. So his career average against Cleveland, 29, 8, and 7. So whoever wins tonight's matchup in LA clinches a playoff spot. Now, of course, anytime these two teams clash, anytime LeBron plays the Cavaliers, there's a renewed focus on his future. And Dave, you have a story up right now on ESPN.com. You authored it with Tim Bontemps, and it breaks down all the decisions, not to call back that memory, for LeBron this summer. But you laid it out in the article, Dave, right? LeBron, he opted into his current contract. So for the first time in his long career, he doesn't have a fallback plan.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Usually he would sign like a 1+1 deal and
Right.
give him a player option in order to exercise it if he wanted to, but he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. And we'll see if he wants to retain his job with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I reported in this story that the Lakers do have interest in welcoming LeBron back, but then it comes down to what the number is, right? The Lakers are going to want to fit this team around Luka Doncic moving forward. It doesn't mean that LeBron can't be part of that mix, but certainly not at the $52.6 million contract he's making right now. If LeBron chooses to prioritize his salary, there'll be other options for him, including Cleveland. There could be a sign and trade scenario where Cleveland gets off of someone like Jared Allen's contract. Lakers get another big man who's been a former All-Star. LeBron could go back to Cleveland. If it is about the retirement tour, no place will bring back the feels, the memories, the full circle moment like Cleveland would. But Tim and I reported on some other teams that could be in the mix. He could stay on the West Coast, maybe go play it with Steph Curry, Steve Kerr.
We've been down that road before.
You could stay in LA, go to the Clippers, maybe make some more money there.
I think that the option comes in like, listen, Brian, you wanna walk off, do your home run, flip your bat, people all get to clap their hands and walk you on up out of there. Go to Cleveland.
This is why he's wearing this color suit.
You see what I'm saying? Go to Cleveland. We're gonna respect it more. We're gonna love you more. It's more hugs that way. Now, you want to go to the dark side because it looked like you could play another 5 more years. You want to go to the dark side? I know you want to win. Wemby over there chilling.
Okay, San Antonio.
We have Denver mentioned as a potential in the story as well.
I think he'd prefer to stay in LA, but I don't see him taking that much of a cut. Like, he's not prioritizing his contract as the main thing, but he's not going to take that much less of a deal to stay home. And he shouldn't, because of what he's done for the organization, what he's done for the game of basketball. And the teams that are able to afford him, Cleveland, is where he should end up, and brings Bronny with him and have his farewell. You know, tip his hat.
Bring Bronny with him, though.
Yeah, bring Bronny with him.
Yeah. It's like Giannis, man. Giannis bring his brother, bring his son, man.
It certainly seems like he's going to play another season based on all the vibes right now. Mm-hmm. But he needs to make that decision earlier rather than later if he wants to make more than a smaller salary, because teams are going to use up that cap space on other players.
Right.
It is an option, but I highly doubt that anybody in the world is thinking that he's going to leave without a farewell tour.
I don't know. Farewell tours don't necessarily always coincide with winning. It's a big undertaking. So usually when you see these huge farewell tours, it's not on a team that's competing at the highest level. And so those two things would be hard to balance. But as you mentioned, Dave, whatever LeBron decides to do, he does have to let teams know at some point, not just so you and we can take a vacation this summer, but also because the teams are going to have to allocate that type of salary. And in case you needed a reminder, LeBron James, he's already the all-time leader in games, minutes played, points scored, made field goals. Also, he ranks 4th all-time in assists and 5th in triple-doubles and can continue to climb up the ranks. Dave, thank you so much for that insight.
UConn is headed to an unprecedented 25th Final Four.
It's a great day to be a Longhorn.
You bet! Wow!
She got this crowd off their feet. This is must-watch television.
We're fighting for more days with each other. That's our biggest motivation.
San Phoenix.
So 4 teams remain, but DraftKings Sportsbook has UConn as the clear favorite, and you can see why. To cut down the nets this year, South Carolina and Texas, they have the same plus 550 odds. UCLA just behind them with 6-1 odds of winning the title. But I know I am winning right now because I get to say hello to our friend that we haven't seen in a hot minute, Carolyn Peck, who knows about winning at the highest level here. Coach, we always appreciate the time. How about it, though? We got all 4 1 seeds headed into the Final Four. Who are you watching? Who impressed you most?
Well, I'll tell you, first of all, you've got UConn, who is on this undefeated streak. And I think that AZ Fudd is always at her best at the Final Four because you remember last year, 19 against UCLA, 24 against South Carolina. She hasn't shot it great in the regionals, but I expect that to come back around because when it's go time, AZ Fudd is ready to step things up, and she's got her partner in crime in Sarah Strong. And you've got Blanca Quinones, the freshman, who was huge in the Elite Eight. And so they're looking good. But I'll tell you, the hottest team right now, I think, is Texas. And I think that Texas defense, in every game in the tournament, they have won by 20 points a game. So that means their defense is strong and their offense is as well. And especially you got Madison Booker, who's been able to knock down buckets. But I think the key for Texas has been Rory Harmon. I mean, she was 5 of 10 against Kentucky. She was 3 of 5 against Michigan. As long as that guard continues to make shots and open up things inside, that makes Texas a dangerous team as well.
Yeah, and you look back to the regular season, right, and these two facing each other, and you can maybe look back on that history to tell you maybe a little bit something about how we could be seeing this all shake out in the Final Four. But, Coach, I can't believe it. We're already less than 2 weeks away from the WNBA draft. The time is ticking away. Has there been a player or maybe a couple that you think has had their draft stock really rise here through this tournament run?
Well, Lauren Betts at 6'7", she's got tremendous hands, great size inside. She's averaging 17 and 8 and a big target. And I think that she's gotten more ferocious inside, playing through contact on the offensive end, blocking shots on the defensive end. You also have AZ Fudd, who is a flat-out scorer. This is a player that can shoot the ball with high efficiency, over 40% from the floor, 44% from three. But that player whose stock is rising, I think, is Rory Harmon, because when you're small going into the league, you've got to be able to also score the basketball. She will distribute it. And now she is proving that she is that bucket getter. She's still that point guard that plays 70-30, 70% for everybody else, then 30% her time. And if she can do that, I believe her stock is rising in this WNBA draft.
There's something about guards in March. Their stock always, it seems like this is the time for guards to rise. Coach, I'm excited. It's our time of year. It means we're going to be seeing a whole lot of each other, and I am so looking forward to it. On Friday, right here on ESPN, we're going to have the Final Four. South Carolina squaring off against UConn at 7 o'clock Eastern, and then Texas. This is what Coach is talking about. This is going to be a good one, taking on UCLA. Our Final Four pregame special from Phoenix begins at 6 o'clock. We'll also have a special court in the last 6 games here for the Timberwolves. But it took a little longer than was expected. He was supposed to be in the starting lineup. And Edwards, what happened?
Like he's sweating a little bit.
Thank you for the first thing out, but hey, I was taking yeah. I mean, nature calls, you know, so yeah.
He said it so he said it so quickly.
Did he have a cup of coffee? What was going on there? You know what? I don't want to know. Wolves up 5. Anthony Edwards, when he did check into the game, it's the 3.
Right to it, getting bucks.
That's his first bucket there. But how about Ayo DeSumo?
Hey.
He's been excellent for them. 16 points.
Huge pickup.
A career high 15 boards and 12 assists in 33 minutes there for DeSumo. His first triple-double since being acquired from Chicago.
Wow.
Edwards, a little shoulder fake.
Oh, that's what happens when you drop 10 pounds.
Yep. Got to get it out
Maybe
there.
5.
Yeah, I can give you the runs. The third quarter, Edwards driving. Gets that one to go high off the glass. I think he called bank on that one. Edwards, 17 points, 1 bathroom break, 4 assists, but the Timberwolves, they get the win 124-94. So despite going back-to-back to the Western Conference Finals here, the Wolves, they're 9th, right, in terms of title odds. That's according to DraftKings Sportsbook. That means a championship run, emphasis on the runs.
There you go.
If they were able to do it, would be one of the biggest underdog stories in league history. But I'm sitting with a collection. I'm standing with a collection of guys who have won rings here. And yesterday on the show, you, Danny, you were talking about championship, the boxes that need to be checked here. And so we thought that maybe it was time, as champions, to run through a little championship checklist.
Why not? And first, we're going to start off with guys that can swing a series. We could like to call them swing players. If you can throw it up there.
Is there a bam?
Coming. Here we go.
There we go.
Here we go. First one, we're going to start off with swing players. Guys that can swing a series. Yeah. Like a Patty Mills, a Gary Neal, a Boris Diaw. Your boy. Might be in there.
I see what this is about.
Some guys that get the depth ultimately. How deep is your team? Are there guys in your team that can give you 20 or 30 or randomly that they don't put on the scouting report outside of your stars that can give you a plus? So we like to call those guys that can swing a series swing players.
All right, man. Second on this checklist. Victor talked about it a little bit, but we cannot play this game without playing both sides of the floor.
There you go.
For 48 minutes. What we saw was a championship DNA start brewing over there in Boston, and then we saw, as we see the highlights from my boys out there, you have to play both sides of the ball. I think OKC has made sure to make it to where you have to have depth, you have to play both sides, and now it is the DNA to win a championship.
Mentally locked in for 48. For the third one, it's DNA, and it doesn't necessarily mean you don't have to have 1-1, but you have to have some experience. That's playoff experience, taking playoff lumps. So championship DNA doesn't come from just winning championships, but obviously Kawhi Leonard has won one. Myself, we had 1-1, brought it to Toronto, but we had guys like Marc Gasol who have been in some playoff series. Serge Ibaka, been in some series. Kyle Lowry. These guys have experience and ultimately have won a multitude of seasons. So I would give them some DNA, not championship DNA, but definitely the DNA to be able to know how to win. So that's championship DNA for me.
And last but not least, when you get to the nitty-gritty and it's the end of the game, who is your king? You have to show me who is your best player, who is your star, who is the guy that everybody knows is getting the ball and there's nothing that we can do about it. Who is going to put people in the seats? Who is going to make everybody lift their hands up and it's going to go well? Do you have a closer? Do you have a Showtime guy? Show him to me right now.
When I'm looking at this, Oklahoma City absolutely has all of these factors. The San Antonio Spurs, they have most of these factors. The Boston Celtics, they have all of these factors. So it's going to be interesting to see who can check every box on the list. You can check out the next wave, maybe of potential champions here. Some of the best high school hoopers step into the spotlight at the McDonald's All-American game on ESPN. The girls, they take the floor at 7 o'clock Eastern, and the boys, they take center stage at 9. And Shump, Danny.
The boys.
Yeah, you know a thing or two about this one.
Mickey D's. I got snuck in. I snuck in.
Let's take a trip back to 2005. That's when Danny started for Team East.
Oh, no bounce.
7 points.
No leg.
In 18 minutes.
The little knockdown tray ball. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be there, honestly. I snuck in. I got in because I was recruited by the University of North Carolina. That was the last year you could jump from high school to the league. Please.
That is young Shump. Competing in the 2008 dunk contest at the McDonald's All-American game?
Hey, man, when we played that game, dog, I remember Brandon Jennings going out there saying he was going to break the assist record, and then everybody was out there acting crazy.
We checked the tape on your game.
Yeah.
A lot of rebounds, not a lot of... In case you missed it, though, last night's Sprite Jam Fest, it was must-see. Jay Rich, right, the father of contestant Jackson Richardson. Just go back to 2002 here. Jason Richardson stole the show, won the 2002 All-Star Game dunk contest. So back to today, yesterday, Jackson, he dunks all over 4 people and won.
6 people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Ronald McDonald. The extra shoes.
Dad's proud. Jackson won Monday's dunk contest. It runs in the family here. Hey, March, it's defined by Cinderella stories.
Pack him up.